I heard him reload. I heard something with a pin. You obviously well know what that sounds like. Not with a pin, I'm sorry, with a clip. I'm assuming he reloaded, but I know he did something with it. I did hear that at one time. I don't know if there was a second.
Yeah, that's potentially an opportunity to do something. I mean, it's not a necessary opportunity. You could have gone in long before then, but that is an opportunity when you could have gone in if you had chosen to. He chose not to. And he acknowledges the criticism. He says, we're going to get scrutinized. I'm expecting that. We're getting scrutinized for why we didn't go in there. Yeah, it is weird that people are doing that. It's weird that they have an issue with the fact that you guys just waited outside for hours and hours for the shooter to do literally anything he wants in there. That is weird. Look, they might say, I'm sure many of them do say frequently, probably to themselves, their family and friends, it's easy for you to say that. You wouldn't have gone in. And you know what? I probably wouldn't have, because that's terrifying. But you'll notice that my uniform doesn't involve a badge. I know that I wouldn't do something like that, so I haven't risked other people's lives by taking the spot of someone who hopefully will do that. And maybe it seems unfair cosmically for a person's entire career to come down to one decision, but that is very much where we're at. You trained and got all opportunities and were given all this power and all of that, and when it mattered most, you made the wrong decision. And whether it's scary or not, that's the job. And when we're continually told as progressives or whatever, like, you guys want to change the police, you don't understand that a day's gonna come when you need someone with a gun. Well, if you're gonna make that case, then maybe when that day comes, do the right thing with it. You don't get to have it both ways. You don't get to be the person on the wall who civilization relies on. And when civilization relies on them, you stand in the hallway for hours while kids are butchered. Okay, you gotta choose one of those two things. And unfortunately, Pete Arredondo did. Final thought, A.B., before we move on.
I mean, I'm a mom, so I probably, if my baby was in there, I'm running in there. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm going to get my kid at the end of the day. And quite frankly, he's lucky I'm not a parent in Uvalde, because he wouldn't have to worry about getting criticized, because I would have came all across his face, because people lost their children because you didn't do your job at the end of the day. And you get to get blamed for this because you signed up for this job. You applied, you took the test, you went through the interview process, you went through the whatever psychological process, you went through police training. Like, you had a lot of opportunities to be like, this probably ain't for me, right? Like, you had a lot of simulations to say, I'm probably not gonna run in if I see or I hear some gunshots or something like that. So at the end of the day, like, the excuses are irrelevant. This is what you signed up to do, and you didn't do your job. If we come to work and don't do our job, we up out of here, because what do we need you for? So you wasted your taxpayers' money by not doing what you were supposed to do. And you cost your taxpayers more money because they had to pay for funerals. And counseling for their children, right? And other services that have to be rendered. So your one silly decision because you were too scared to do your job caused a lot of people a lot of hurt and pain for a lot of years. You'll get another job. It won't be in the police, well, depending on where you go, because you know you can just jump from police department to police department. But you'll get another job. Those people will never get their children back. Those children will never get their friends back. Those children will never forget that this happened to them, and that the police, who they trust, who come and give them lectures and teach them things, didn't protect them at the very moment they were supposed to. So, boop, I don't feel bad for him.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.